The fourth generation of Astro A50 gaming headset is about 2 years old now, and I've had my pair for about that time. And with a plethora of options for wireless gaming headsets out there, let me tell you why I think the A50s might be the best option for you, but only within certain conditions. Hey guys, I'm Lo-Fi, and today we're going to be talking about the Astro A50 wireless gaming headset. And I want to preface this video by telling you that I am not sponsored by Astro, and this headset was bought with my own money and I was not sent anything. So let's get into it. So when you pick up the headset, you will instantly notice that the build quality is solid. There is not a lot of metal on the headset, bar these metallic tubes that work as your size adjustment. But if you think of that as a downside, I disagree, because the plastic on this thing is really solid. I have not feared for the durability of this headset at any point during the last 2 years, and I have dropped this headset multiple times and there is not a single dent, scrape or anything on it. It is incredibly comfortable on your head, because the pressure that it puts on you is great. It's tremendous. It's a light touch, but it is very, very comfortable to wear. The drawback to that is that when it's on your head, you can make it drop if you rattle your head around like you were in a black metal concert. But losing the ability to shake my head like I was in a rave or something, in turn for the comfort, the sheer comfort that this headset brings, I am completely fine with that. And in fact, the cushioning works so well that I am easily able to wear my glasses when I'm gaming for hours, and I won't feel any pressure because of these. The ear cups are by default this soft fabric. It's clearly premium quality, that it should be at this price point. But if you shell out a little bit more money, so that would be $50, you can get the mod kit, which gives you these synthetic leather ear cups and also this extra padding on this band here. There's another way that the ear cup changes when you get the mod kit and use the synthetic leather ones, because when you use the fabric ones, the noise isolation is poor, to say the least. But if you change to the mod kit ones, the synthetic leather ones will block out a lot of the noise. Everything from outside to inside as well. So no one will be able to hear what's going on with you, and you will not be able to hear what's going on outside. For the most part, this is not a noise cancellation headphone or anything, but it does block out everything that it needs to. The I/O on the headset is all located on the right ear cup. So in the back and to the side here. From top to bottom, you have the power switch on or off. Then you have the Dolby Surround toggle on or off. Then you have the EQ cycle button. So you have 3 EQ presets that you can have stored on the headset itself, and you can cycle through them. And the last one would be the volume wheel on the bottom here. And on the right ear cup, you have this phenomenal ability that you can use this headset as sort of a submix in itself. So you can have your game audio going to one source and your chat audio to the other source. And with the press of these sides here, you can either make the game volume to be louder and the chat volume to be more quiet, or vice versa. All of the buttons have a really good tactile feel, so you know when you've pressed them. And the volume wheel is nice and smooth, but still with clear stops, so you don't go too far accidentally. And speaking of sounds, the sound quality is absolutely phenomenal. The EQ settings that the software provides, that would be the Astro Command Center, are so extensive that you can completely change how this headset sounds just by cycling those EQ profiles. Personally, my 3 EQ profiles that I use consist of one more of a PvP focused EQ setting, which prioritizes footsteps. So games like Warzone or Rainbow Six Siege or Tarkov, the positioning of audio on this headset, you will never not know where somebody's coming from, provided the game handles that well enough. Then I have another profile for movies and mostly single player games, which is just booming bass and just action oriented. So gunshots are loud and explosions just blow you away. I mean, the bass that you can get on this headset, you can definitely feel that bass. And then I have a third EQ profile for music, which brings out every single thing, every single song. It is very accurate when it needs to be. Now granted, I would not use this over like a proper studio headphone. It's not that accurate, but it's definitely accurate enough for some just enjoying everything that the songs want to give you. And if you feel like you need some extra spatial audio in your games, in your music, whatever you're doing, you can just toggle on the Dolby Surround mode and it will increase that space so much. Just as a fair warning, do not use it in PvP games. Everything will just sound like far away, echoey, and when you're adding an extra layer of spatial audio processing on top of the one that the game already has, it gets a little warbly, so I wouldn't recommend using that. The mic itself is quite handy. It's a simple flip down, flip up design, and when you flip it up, it mutes, and the mic arm will bend so you can easily get it in position right next to your mouth. The mic quality is pretty bland, but that is gaming headsets for you. I haven't really run into any that have like a great microphone, but they're not supposed to, kinda. So I don't blame it for that. If you do want to know what it sounds like, here's a little audio test. What you're hearing right now is the mic test for the Astro A50s. As you can hear, it is not the greatest microphone quality ever, and you know, that's what you should expect when we're talking about gaming headsets. Microphones generally aren't that great, but anyway, let's carry on. There you go. And as you see, if you were expecting the mic to be excellent because of the price tag of the headset, just don't. Battery life on the headset is also solid. Astro says 15 hours. I've sometimes even surpassed that, because there are a lot of great features on the headset to work with that battery consumption. One of them being that the headset has a gyroscope within it. So whenever the headset itself is vertical, the headset knows that. It recognizes it and it turns itself off, turning itself back on as soon as you pick it up, going, hey, vertical again. Okay, let's go. And that turning on happens in seconds. The charging time from 0 to full is 4.5 hours, which might sound long, but it really isn't, because of the excellence that is the base station. So the base station itself works as a charger, but it also works as the place where you store your headphones. So you simply just put the headset down on the base station and it'll start charging. Because of that, even if you do a longer gaming session, as soon as you're done, you're just gonna store them, drop them on there, on the base station, and it'll start charging. And given that you go to sleep or something like that, it'll be charged when you come back. You'll just pick it up and never notice that you were ever running out of battery. Provided you don't do like an 18-hour gaming session where you never, ever put your headphones down. How common that would be? Well, that's on you, but I've played a lot of games and I have not run out of battery on these once. Okay, let's say that you do find a way. You were gaming for hours and hours and hours, and you forgot to put them on the base station for the night. You know, a micro USB cable? Plug that in. You can throw that on the micro USB port right over here, and you're using it just like a normal wired gaming headset. The connection distance is okay. I mean, it is 49 feet or about 15 meters, but do notice that that range drops a lot thanks to walls. So when I go from this room to my bedroom, I am already starting to get a little bit of disconnection, and that is definitely not 15 meters. That's not even 10 meters. All of that leads us to the base station. And if you've seen A50s before, you'll notice that the size has been halved, and the remaining size has been used so well. There is no extra real estate on the device itself. On top, you have the holders for the headset itself, where you bring it to charge. You'll notice that there's a notch on the left side. That is for the microphone, so you'll know that you can only put them on in one way. Charging, simple enough. There are magnets on the bottom of the ear cup, so you just bring it close enough and it's charging. It's not gonna fall. It's simple. It's genius. Magnets and the charging system itself is nothing that new, but it is still just excellent across the board. When you do bring it charging, and when the headset itself is on, you'll notice LEDs on the front of the base station, which will tell you what mode you're in, more about that in a second, what EQ preset you're in, if your Dolby is on or off, and what your battery charge is currently. On the back, you have a ton of I/O. You have a micro USB, which you can use to connect the headset itself to the computer, or you can connect that to external power and just have it always on. Then you have a 3.5mm, which you can use to connect the headset and the base station itself as well to something like Go XLR. That is the single thing that makes this wireless gaming headset available to be used with a Go XLR. There are two headsets that can do that, this and the SteelSeries Arctic Pro Wireless. Then you have the optical out and you have the optical in. Then you have the charging port for USB. So if you need to charge those headphones, you can use this port, or you can use another port in your PC, it doesn't really matter. And then you have the mode switch. So if you've seen Astros before, you'll know that there is the PS4 PC version and the Xbox PC version. If you're just going for PC, it doesn't really matter for you, but if you have a console, get the one version that also supports your console. What this mode switch does exactly, I don't know. I just know that if I want to use it with a PC, I use it on the PC. If I want to use it on the console, I switch it over to the PS4 mode. And I know that it doesn't work on PC when you're on the PS4 mode. Now, with the hardware stuff covered, let's take a look at the software. Okay, so here we go. This is the Astro Command Center, which is the software that you use to control the headset. Starting from the right, going to the left, we have the general settings, which have the balance slider, so you can adjust what the balance is with your game and voice chat if you're using that feature. Then you have the alert volume, which is just basically headset on, headset off, and your volume's running low, just kind of stuff. Then you have your stream port, which honestly I do not know anything about because I never use this. I have never used this. I have never had a need for it. So sorry. And then you have the microphone options, which allow you to adjust things like the noise gate. For example, if you want to use the microphone that comes with the headset, you can adjust this gate to block more or less of the outside sounds that happen. Then you have the general mic level, which is just the volume that the mic has. And then you have the side tone, which allows you to actually change how loud you can hear yourself through the microphone. to prevent you from yelling overly much when your voice is isolated through the use of the better ear cups. And then you have the actual magic itself, the equalizer. From here you can adjust everything from the basic 5 bands to just go advanced. You can adjust every single thing from the exact hertz to the bandwidth that it uses. And this amount of adjustment is insane. And if you don't actually understand what those do and you're not sure what you should adjust to get what result, you can just go online and find somebody else's presets. That's what I did. Even though I know pretty much about EQ, I just went ahead and trusted other people who know more than me. But that's the software. All of that has led us to the big moment, the price. That is a lot of features to put in a gaming headset. And that gaming headset is also wireless. So the price has got to be high as well, right? Well, yeah, the Astro A50 wireless gaming headset, both the PS4 and the Xbox versions go for around $290 or 260 euros on Amazon. That's a hefty price tag for sure. So would I recommend these for the price? I mean, you're looking at a headset that is $250 to $290. And combine that with the $40 to $50 mod kit, you're using almost $350 on just a gaming headset. And that is a lot. So if you have the extra money to spend, this will give you what you're paying for. But if you are on a really tight budget and money really matters, getting this headset might not be the best idea. I've loved every second that I've had with the A50. I use it over my studio headphones or anything else, like 99% of the time. The way I got around the cons were for example, I have an external microphone that I always use. And the money side, personally, I considered it an investment on longevity and enjoyment for myself, and I could afford it. I was thinking that I will get a product that would be high quality and I would be happy with for years. And so far, after 2 years, I have no need for a new headset. So after all of this, if you do want to pick up an Astro A50 for yourself, I do have a Amazon affiliate link down in the description below. What that means is that if you go through that link, I will get a small commission out of no extra cost to you. And with that, if you like this review, be sure to like the video down below and sub if you haven't already. And with that, I will see you guys next time. All right, peace.